Hello everyone, good day. So in this tutorial video we'll be making this awesome flyer. So I will just start up with our design without wasting any time. Okay, so now our page is set. Yeah, our page is set and we are also set for our designs, alright. So now let me go ahead and start up with something meaningful. The image size, I will leave the image size at 8350. Alright, so it's actually nice on 1350. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is I'll type in a text. That's bright scale mentorship. Bright scale mentorship. Okay, so now let me resize my lines. I want them to be. Okay, so now the bright scale I will reduce it, bring it up here. So I'll go to font size. Okay, let me finish typing first. I'll copy, then edit this. So in this bright scale academy, learn how to monetize. Okay, so this I will reduce this. I will give it the size. But for now, let me get this done first. I really need to do this. Okay, so alright, guys. Now the next thing I need to do is this text. I'll copy it, bring it down, bring it somewhere close here. Add the down part. Right, so this will be another one. Don't really want to. I want to rush the designs. Okay, so if you set goals, okay, amazing. Okay, so you can reduce this, right? So that's for that. So up here, I'll copy another text. I will did this. It should be present, right? So the size should be, let's see, 18 is nice. So make it bold, style, bold. Then it should be on capital letter, right? So that's nice. Okay, so the next thing I really just want to bring in the test, all the tests first, because so we don't really spend much time on our designs. So we're just going too deeply into the main design concept. So let's not really waste much of our time on this. I didn't have a copy there. So now the oh my bad. The direction you're so that's a question. So where do you even begin? So the program is actually to tell you, to educate you more how you can begin. I can start up from somewhere. All right. So now I actually want to just lay the foundation of the sketch. Just get a sketch of what I'm about to do. So we'll just start up with our designs. I don't want us to really spend much time on this design. I noticed that I spend much time on the designs. All right. So now let me go ahead and highlight this. Send interested. Send interested to. So this interested. Sorry. I'll make only the interested a capital letter. Hence, we are discussing about send interested to WhatsApp number, that's +234 81390522165 on WhatsApp to get started, right? So step down, classes hosts on WhatsApp and Telegram. All right, so now let me edit this a bit. So I'll go to then now I'll go to the font. Okay, I think I should ABC should be nice for it. All right, ABC is okay for it. Then for this I will keep this at for the font of this I will leave the font for this for comforter regular, the one we used on the upside. Okay, so then this also comforter regular as well, since that's the font we've been using all along. Comforter regular. Okay, that's nice. So this one is also comforter regular, so I'll also select comforter regular. Okay, so that's nice. So for this it should be on bold, style, bolding it. Nice. Okay, so while every other one should be on its plain form. So now what else do I really want to do on this? Okay, so for the send interested to wherever, i'll go to my I'll go to my color, give it a black color. Oh, sorry. Okay, I will come to the color later. So I'll go to my style. When I click on style, so the interested, I'll bolding the interested. Okay, I'll bolding the interested. So also my number on WhatsApp to get started. Okay, on the number. I'll bolding the number, and also WhatsApp to get started. I'll bolding that to get started. Then classes was on Telegram and WhatsApp. So the Telegram and WhatsApp should be bolding. Alright. So did you see that? That's actually nice. So now let's see what we can do to this. So now let me go ahead and click on the font for this. I'll be giving it this month. The font should be month heavy. Alright. Okay. So that's the font I'll be using. So I'll go to spacing, and close it up a bit. Alright, so that's awesome. Maybe I will leave it somehow around -7. It's okay. So -7 is okay. So I can actually increase it a bit. So the line spacing, let me close the line spacing. Let me drag it up a bit. Okay, so -8 is nice, and also the size. I think the size is okay. So the size is now okay. I can still reduce it. Let me check the size. I can still, maybe I bring it to 70. Somewhere 70. Yeah, 70 is okay. So I'll step this down to this point. Let me touch it. So let me zoom well. Alright, so I'll take it to the line. Then also this, I'm thinking of adding somehow an effect to this. Okay, so let me bring in a shape. So let me draw a shape. I actually want to draw a shape. So this shape, I'll give it a color. Go to color the shape. So now the color I will be giving this particular shape should be, let me look at, I'm looking at something nice for it. The color I'm giving it should be I think I'll give it so let me go ahead and repeat something there. So the color I'll be giving it is let's say 31C, 31CD, CDDC. Let's see. Okay, that's nice. So that's the color I'll be giving it. So I'll drag it up. I'll reduce it a bit. I'll reduce it. So let me use the position tool to drag it. Okay. So I think what we have here is actually nice. So it's okay that way. So now there's another thing I really want to do here. So I'm not going to leave our design plain white and black. Still not bad. Still not bad this way. But I want to give it a background, to make it more colorful. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll bring in a shape. So this shape will divide this our design into half, into the half All right, so I'm stopping at the half part with the help of the grid line. You understand? The ruler will help us. So I'm stopping right there. So when I stop right there, I will send it to back. So I've sent it to back. But before then, what else do I really need to do here? What else do I really need to here? Okay, now I'll give it a color. So watch me. I'll go to color, give it a color. So now the color I'll be giving this is actually I have a color in mind. 032 03296 29. Okay, 56. Yeah, yeah. So this is the color I have in mind. Yeah. So this is the color I have in mind. So for the bright scale, I have to now color the bright scale white. You see that? So I have to change this back to white. Also, for the other right up right there, I will change it to white so it will be visible. You see that? So now what I'm going to do now is I will reduce this. I'll go to my color, select this particular color, then I'll click on plus sign, trying to drag this. I'll drag this until I get ADD. So watch what I'm doing. Okay, let me still drag it a bit. So I'll drag this to the end. So I'll ensure that these two they are at the end here. So I'll drag this until I get E7FDFFF. Alright. So that's what I'll be having. So if I whenever I achieve that, I can leave it. So now I now find out that it's not actually distracting our design now. It's not on white, and at the same time it's not dragging power or dragging visibility with our grayscale mentorship. You understand? Unlike the former white I left it at. Okay, so now wait me there man. All right, so that's nice. What else do we need to do? What else do we need to do? Not much to do here. So now I want to import a background, right? I want to import a background to this stuff so that these other items down here will be visible as well. I want to give it a background. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so let me go to images. Oh, 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 oh. Images is already here. All right, so I'll click on OK. So this is the background here. I will try and increase it. Since it's a background, I don't necessarily need to drag. I can just drag from here. All right, I can just drag from here. So just for me to get what I want. So now the next thing I will do is I'll send it to back. So when I send it to back, I'll go to opacity, reduce it. When I go to opacity, I'll reduce it. I'll keep on reducing it while I watch my design. I keep on reducing it while I watch the impact it's actually making on my design. I'll keep on reducing it. The opacity, I think I should leave it at the opacity. Okay, so 15 should be nice. Leaving it on 15 should be nice. Okay. So 13 is okay. So let me go ahead and lock all other designs. Lock this, 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 lock this. So now the next thing I need to do here is this. Let me give this the direction your brand take. The direction your brand take is not on black. I'll give it on black. I will leave it on black color. Black. Okay. So then I actually want to draw another shape that will run through that part. I'll draw another shape to resize the shape towards this part. a shape that will run like this. Okay, so this is a shape here. The shape will stop somewhere here, run through this point until it gets to this line. Okay, so this shape, I'm going to color this shape, give it a color, the blue color here. So now when I give it a blue color here, I will go to transparency, reduce it, reduce it, reduce it to somewhere 40 or maybe 30. All right, so but before then I will bring this to front. Sorry, I will reduce it, I'll just leave it there. So I'll go to the direction your brand take and bring it to front. The direction your brand takes. Okay, so bring it to front, to front. So it's now at the front of our page. Okay, so for the background, this background I just applied, let me reduce the opacity a bit. Opacity, let me leave the opacity at a 10. On a 10 is perfect. All right, so now for the direction your brand takes, let me lock this other option. The direction your brand takes is okay. So then for this, I will also reduce this particular shape I just drew here. This particular shape, I'll leave the opacity at somewhere around 23. Okay, so do you see that? That's nice. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do there is I actually want to add another shape there. So I can duplicate this. Okay, I can make a new shape. All right, I'll just make a new shape. Okay, so this new shape will just come here, but it's not going to join. I'll run it through the down part, but it's not going to join. So there should be a space between the both. All right, so okay, so this particular shape now, I'll give it a color. I'll go to color, give it a color, but it will be a gradient. So I will choose from the, so I will customize this. So look at the white, the white should be somewhere around here. Sorry, the white will be, okay, just watch. First of all, get this shape first. When you get this shape done first, they will now talk of how to position it. So get this shape first, somewhere around here. So if you can be able to get this shape somewhere around here, so now you click on the dark parts and take it to white. All right, then the other parts, the part A, so the color you'll be using for the part A should be this other blue color that we applied on the bright scale, which is a 31 CD CDDC. I think so. Okay, right. So when you look at that, you see how it actually appeared. So I'm still not satisfied with that. I can come up here, trying to resize this to see. I'm still not satisfied. I can bring this up, more satisfied. Mm, drag it up here. Still not satisfied. Okay, let's try this out. No, 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 no. So I'll keep on resizing until I get what I want. Okay, let's look at this. All right, I think this is better. So Even if I don't get it right, I will just take it much closer, then drag this, then increase it a bit. Okay, so now I will send this to back. I will send this to back, to back. Okay, so our the WhatsApp messages and all that will be on top of it. Did you see that? So that's our target. So now we are done with the necessary thing we are to do here. Okay, so the next thing we'll be doing, we'll import a shape. So this shape now, this is a custom shape, the custom size I will be using for it. The size for the width, I will increase the width to the width, let's say the width, I will increase the width to, the width should be 34, 34. The height is the height should be on 75, 75. The height should be on 75. All right, so the width should be on, the height is on 75 while the width is on 40. So the width, I'm supposed to reduce the width a bit and see how it goes. So the width is now on 40 while the height is on 79. So I'll reduce this height a bit to see what it gives me. 40 while the height is on 75. So the width is on 40 while the height is on 76. Let's see. The width is on 40 while the height is on 75. So it's just a technical stuff. While dragging from here and here, you'll be as well watching this and this. All right. So okay. So I actually used my phone size, to get this. I actually used my phone size to get this. You understand? So that's actually my phone size. So then the radius, for the radius, I will click on radius. The radius should be 14, around 14. 14 is nice. Okay. So but before you give the shape, first of all, give it a radius before you go to shape. You see now I'm starting afresh again because I didn't do the right thing I'm supposed to do. I was supposed to give the radius first before whatever thing I'm doing. Let me delete this and import it again. So the radius should be 14 or 15. Anyone is better. 14 or 15. So giving me the shape of a phone. All right. So now I'll go to size. This should be 40. 4075. Perfect. Okay. So I will go to texture. So this is the picture that I want to import there. Okay, so I'll just click on mark. Okay. So the texture, I will try to align it well so it can fit to my screen. So from all indication, I think it didn't fit well. So it didn't fit well. It didn't fit well. It didn't fit well. So this, I will reduce this a bit small. So go back and see how it goes. texture. I'll fit it in again. Okay, so now watch what I'm mixing. The up part, so I'll drag it closely. Alright. Okay. So do you see that? That was what I was missing initially. Alright. So I was actually missing that initially. So now I'm still not getting it right from the sides. But that's by the way. Alright. So that's by the way, since I'm going to wipe this part off. So that's by the way. I'll just go ahead and give this shape an outline, a stroke. So the stroke should be width 4. The width should be 4. Then I will go ahead and give it a shadow. The shadow, I will reduce the shadow to 5. So I will rotate this particular cell phone until I form this angle. Then I will leave the smartphone, right? So now our design is almost set. So I just want to include images of people that will be handling the project, the program, or the speakers for the program. So anyhow you understand it, So I would I'll be bringing in the speakers for the program. Okay, okay, okay. So now I think we'll be having, let's say, 3 speakers. I have 3 speakers, or maybe 4. So I'll copy this, bring it here. Okay, but before I start copying, let me give this an outline, a white outline, a white stroke, a white stroke around 4. Okay, around 3. Then I'll give it a shadow. So, but now, sorry, I'm not giving the outer shadow, I'm giving the inner shadow, right? So I'm giving the inner shadow, then I'll reduce to 5. Okay, so I'll go to color and color this, the cyan color, which will apply it. You ought to have the code by now. So now I will copy this, copy, bring it there. I will copy this other one, position it well. So let me copy first, then I'll position well. So the last one. So now let me take this out a bit. All right, I think. Okay, so let me zoom in. Now I'll position this. I'll try to use the ruler, create another line, then position this from down. I'll use the first one to align the rest. Okay, so for this, it's not aligned yet. I'll use the position 2 to drag it up, and also by the side. Then for this, I'll use the position 2 also to drag it by the side a bit. Okay, so the up is okay. So now that's for that. I have so for the program, I have 4 speakers. So let's assume I have 4 speakers. I don't have any for now, so let's assume I have any. So for the present, let me copy it. I want to just bring, I will write up a test, but I just copied the release to ease the work. Okay, so I can reduce this, um, the name, the first speaker, maybe uh let's say Pastor Chris. All right, so I'm just trying to use the image I have, DDD. I don't really know I don't really know the meaning, but it's actually his qualification or whatever. Or Pastor Chris. Oya Kilome. Okay. So let me just cut it. Pastor Chris O. Pastor Chris dot O. Alright. Okay. That's nice. So I'll copy this, step it down, or maybe um, spiritual speaker, maybe spiritual father or spiritual guy for the spiritual exercise. All right. So let's just leave it to that. Don't question me. Let's leave it to that. Then I can give this. Uh, then for the name, I can give the name a red color. The the thick red color we used on the down part. You can. Uh-huh. So then for this, I will remove it from bold. Okay, that's nice. Then I will have to reduce it a bit, position it well properly. Okay. So now, what else? I have to copy this to the other slides. So that's how you'll be doing it. I have to copy to the other sides. So I still have to copy this also to the last one. So for this, I'll copy this to this. I'll also copy this to join to this. I'll also copy this to join to this. So now let me go ahead and run the formatting one after the other. So this should be Nelson Amos guest host speaker rather. Sorry, Nelson Amos first. Okay, then the host speaker at the down part, host speaker. All right. So I will go over to the next slide. Let's say so. Let me include the name of my mentor. Okay. So for here I can say Tanasi Mobuchi. Mobuchi. Or Panasi M. Okay, Panasi Af AG. So Panasi AG Afri Globe. Alright. So that's for it. Then I can say guest speaker. Guest speaker. I don't really want to impeach the roles. I just want to put it the guest speaker. I don't really want to spend more time putting the arrows. You can when you're making your own design, you can do whatever thing you want to do. So for now, this is my own. I'm doing my own stuff, right? So the last part I can say maybe uh, Emmanuel Ly. Okay, so that's my colleague. speaker, brand speaker. All right. So that's just it. Okay. So let me zoom in. Now, it's time for me to bring in the images of the people I actually listed down here. So for the first person was I think Pastor Chris. So I'll go to texture. I'll go to texture. Where's texture? Okay. So I have the image of Pastor Chris. I'll bring it in. So I'll go to color and remove and close this color. All right. I'll go to color and close this color. Then come here and put it on. I'll click continue dragging until it gets to the number. Okay, now I didn't get this rightly because of when I was bringing it in. But before then, let's see. That's what we can do. Cool. Okay. Okay. For the first one, I want to use this color. Okay, but mind you, there's a mistake we are making right here. Okay, so let me go ahead and delete this. Let me go ahead and delete this. So, but for this first one, see where we give a color from the edit here. So when you give color from this particular point, you actually find it very hard to exchange. So when you give color from here, I'll go here and give the color. All right. So this is where I gave the color from. So let me resize back. Right. So let me zoom properly. Okay. So I can go ahead and copy this. All right. So I can copy this and bring it to this other points. Then I can also copy, bring it to this other part. Okay, so that's for that. Then now for the Pastor Chris image. So look at so when you're trying to import an image into this shape, look at the kind of shape we drew. So that's how you're gonna when I click on this first one, I go to texture. So let me delete this, bring in another texture. So when I'm bringing that, I'm going to replicate that particular design I made here. Did you see that? So in the same manner, that's how you're going to draw it too. So did you see that? Now I got a perfect shape right there. So the second one is Nelson Amos. I think that's my own. So I'll go to texture, delete this first one and give it another one. Sorry. Okay, so that's me. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Okay, so that's it. All right. Okay, so it actually brings in my picture. I can still adjust it a bit by going to texture. Okay, no, I can adjust it, delete this, go back, re-upload the picture, bring this closer, then I'll bring this down, drag this small, widen this a bit, widen this a bit, just to get our shape. All right. Okay. Did you see that? That's awesome. So now I'll move over to the next person. That's Panazi AG. I don't really have his picture here, but I will use. I have a picture I'll use for him. He's as fair as this white man right here. So I'll use this happy man here to replace him. So I will do the same thing. Okay. So for the last person, which is LY, I don't really have his picture as well, but I'll just, you know, trying to use this particular man picture because he's always serious minded and focused. Okay. So that's all. Think we are done with whatever thing we are doing. So let me lock whatever thing I need to lock. So now I can look through my designs to see what I'm missing. I have to remove my line now. Look on my designs to see what I'm mixing. Is am I actually missing anything, or am I over gaining anything? So you have to cross check your designs to see what's actually wrong with your design. I think now we are okay. We are good to go. No much corrections, no much conjugable. So okay, so I'm mixing something. I didn't add the date, so I'll click on circle, bring it up. Sorry, this should be a circle. All right, so I'll drag this up, up until it gets to this. So these are accurate shape I want to use. So I'll drag it to the edge, to the edge. There, somewhere here. Okay, somewhere. Let me bring my ruler. Okay, that's somewhere around there. Around there. That should be all right. So in line with my ruler first. Okay, so I will copy this, also drag it to the same location. Let me take it to the same location. So now this time around I will increase this. I'll go to relative size and increase this particular one by 1. Just tap on 1. Now I need to increase by 9, or maybe 10. So 10 is okay, so I have to position it well. Okay, so once I'm done with the positioning, I'll come back to edit, click on edit. Okay, let me go to edit. The stroke, I will give the stroke, give it 2 stroke. All right, and color the stroke white. Then come to the fill and click on gradients. When I click on gradients, I want to make this transparent. I've showed you how to make something transparent, how to remove color from the inner shape and not give it just a stroke. I've showed you, so I'll just go ahead and take this to the last part, click on the white part and also take it to the last part. That'll be all. All right, so that's nice. Okay, so I can zoom in, zoom in my work very closely, then adjust this a bit. Okay, so I think the size now is okay. I can reduce it small, so the size should be okay this way. So we are praying for see when the Lord has done. Right, so that's nice. That's awesome. Okay, so I will just click on test. You know, eh, the data is maybe 20. So I'll try to use the gap, the space bar to space maybe 1, 2, 3. Okay, or 1 2 3 4. Then I'll now write 8. That's to see how it goes. This is it. So I'll try and reduce the size. Okay, so it's actually nice. It's really really nice. Okay, now I'll go to color. When I go to color, I'll highlight the 20 and give the 20 this color. So highlight the 08, then give it the blue color. So that's all. So now I can go ahead and lock this up. Understand? So I will zoom in our work. So we are done. So all the necessary information in this design have been displayed already. So I can remove my grid line to see what I've done. So far so good. This is what I've been able to come up with. All right. So now I'll just go ahead and save my work. That's all. I'll go ahead and save my work. Go to save as project, bright skill mentorship, bright skill mentorship program, flyer. Okay. So I also save as image, maybe very high. Save to gallery. Saved. So when I go to my phone gallery, I go to my Pixelab. So it's now here. You do see that? So that's awesome. That's really, really awesome. So with your smartphone, you can make whatever design you think you've seen or you think you that is possible. So with your smartphone, anything is actually possible with your smartphone. Whatever laptop can do, aside from the hardware aspect of it, but whatever thing design that laptop can be able to do, your smartphone has um level to it. Yeah, a level that it can actually attain. Yeah, more especially when it comes to graphic design. Your smartphone is really, really okay. Content writing, some other skills that you can use your smartphone to be able to come up with better designs. All right. So now, all right, guys, thank you so much. Stay tuned.